All right, so I'm going to show you some tricks to make writing your lab reports easier in Google Docs or Microsoft Word or whatever word processor you want to use if you decide not to use LaTeX. Like I've said in other places, LaTeX, or it's sometimes pronounced different ways, but it's spelled like latex. So it's formatted weirdly, like that's their standard formatting is capital, lowercase, capital, lowercase. But it's very useful for writing long documents with a lot of equations, figures, and bibliography entries and things. It will take time to learn, and it's a good skill to learn if you want to study math or physics, but not all of you in the class are doing that. So I want to show you just how to do some tricks to make writing your lab report in a word processor easier for those of you who don't want to learn LaTeX. So I'm just gonna, I'm not giving you a template for writing your lab reports in a word processor, and I'm not going to be super picky about the format, but it would be good if it at least looks, reasonably decent. So, we're just gonna add a title. I don't know, 18 for the title, I guess. Lab 1 measurement of G, whatever, etc. Think of whatever you want your title to be. And have your name and the date. So probably want headers for your sections. Blah, blah, blah. And so then mostly I want to show you how to set up things so that you can write equations effectively. So we'll make a fake theory section here. And so let's say I want to write an equation. Your equations should normally be centered with a number for the equation off to the right-hand side of the page. So what I'm going to do is set up what are called tab stops. So I'm going to show this in Google Docs first. It works slightly differently, but you can do the same thing in most word processors. So I'll show Word quickly as well after this. But so there are things called tab stops. What you want to do is add a center tab stop. I'm going to put that at 3.25. That's the center because it's an 8.5 by 11 with 1-inch margins. So there's 6.5 inches in the center. We want 3.25. So we add a center tab stop there. All I do is right click this bar, and that brings up this menu. So now I'm going to add a left tab stop, or no. If you want to get rid of a tab stop, you just drag it off of there. I want a right tab stop, and I'm going to put that all the way to the right. So what happens now is if I hit tab, I end up in the center and I can write something, and then I can hit tab again, type something off to the right, and the center stays centered and the right stays to the right. So, let's copy and paste this whole same thing and show that it stays perfectly centered in the, oh, I did that. Okay, so they're lined up, so it does stay perfectly centered and everything. So, obviously we're not going to just be typing gibberish, but I'll show you how to type an equation as well. So actually, let me delete the whole thing because I don't want to hit tab again and mess things up. The other thing is, yeah, if you just hit enter after this, you will end up with, hold on. Yeah, you will end up with the next line inheriting like your tab stops. So let's say I'm writing my theory section. I've set up my tab stops and I'm saying blah, 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 and then I want to write an equation. I hit enter, tab, it's in the middle. Now you can go to insert equation down here, or there may be something on the bar, depending on, I think you can add options here. It might be under that. No, it's not there. Anyway, the quick way to do this is to learn the keyboard shortcut for insert. I'm on a Mac. I'm not sure what it is on other devices. I'm sure you can look it up. So if you just do Google Docs insert menu shortcuts, whatever, I'm sure you can look that up, and it will probably, I don't know, you might not need to search a little bit, but I'm sure you can find it for Windows and stuff fairly easily. On Mac, it's Control okay, I thought it was Control Option. Maybe it's Control Shift I. Maybe I'm not. Yeah, it's Control Option. It just didn't work the first time. I guess I wasn't in the selected in the document or something. But yeah, so it's Control Option I on Mac, and that brings up the menu. If I hit E, it will do equation. So let me delete that. All I have to do to insert the equation quickly is Control Option I and then E, and then I'm in the equation editor. Now the equation editor in definitely in Google Docs, and I think in hold on one second. I think in Microsoft Word as well. They will now use LaTeX formatting in the equation editor to make it easier. So I'll give you a cheat sheet for like different commonly used things in LaTeX. It's here, but I'll link that somewhere because both people using LaTeX and those using Google Docs or Word, that will be useful. So most symbols and things and commands in LaTeX begin with a backslash. So one of the equations we'll be using, and you'll probably want to write in your report, is for the standard error of the mean. So if we want to write a sigma, we just do backslash sigma and press a space. If we want to do a subscript, we just use the underscore character, the shift, the negative sign. And then for standard error of the mean, we want a bar over whatever is there. So I'm going to just type /bar and space, and that will put a bar over whatever I'm typing. And then we're going to be using the standard error of the mean of the period. So I'll put a T there for period. Now, right now that's still in the subscript and in the bar. So if I type something else, for some reason the bar doesn't expand, maybe, but it probably should. I don't know what's up with that. But is centered. So if I wanted to type something else without the bar, then I would press the right arrow once, and that would take me out of the bar part, but I'd still be in the subscript. And then I could type things, and the bar stays over the T, and I just deleted way too much. If I want to get out of the subscript, I just hit the arrow again. So we'll just say that's equal to. If you want to do a fraction with one thing over another, it's just /frac, and that will put you in the top. And this is the standard deviation, which is sigma underscore T. And then if we want square root, it's SQRT. And that would be over square root of n. And again, you use the arrows to navigate. So if I'm outside the equation, I can go into the equation by pressing the arrow. And then if I type there, I'm at the edge of the equation. If I go left once more, now I'm in the bottom of the fraction. If I press it again, I'm then in the inside of the square root. So so that's how you navigate it. So in word processors, it automatically renders everything as you're doing it. And if you're actually using LaTeX, it doesn't. You just type these things, and then you have to render the document separately. But we'll not worry about that. This is about using word processors. So anyway, and then this is equal to the square root of 1 over n times n minus 1. The sum I equals 1 to n of ti minus t bar squared. So for superscript, you just do the caret shift 6. And that is our equation. So once we get outside of the equation, if we hit tab, we can do 1. And then we might say where you can also do equations in a line. I don't want that capitalized. So I can insert equation here because I want to explain what t bar is. So I need to put a t bar here. So bar t is the average period in seconds given by, and then I can, insert another equation, and t bar is equal to the sum from I equals 1 to n of ti over n. And then that's 2. And so that is how you properly center and format everything in a word processor. And yeah, it does take a little bit of time to learn the symbols and things. Most of them make sense, but you may need a cheat sheet. I'll link one of those. You can also, I didn't go over, but you can use this bar as well. I'm not sure that you can get the command from the bar. It would be nice if you hovered over something, if it would give you what the command is for that, but I don't believe it will do that. And you can get most of the things you'll need, like pretty much everything I used. You've got square root, fraction, sum, all of that, plus minus you'll need, and Greek characters. You can get all of that from that bar. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to be typing equations, it's a lot quicker if you can learn the commands to just do it without clicking on things. Yeah, I think there was something else I was going to do before I got sidetracked with the clicking thing. Yeah, well, I'll show you how to do the tab thing in Word as well. So I've already done it in this. Let's just make a new document. So in Word, it's slightly different. If you right click on here, I'm not sure what happens. Nothing happens. And then I added a, wait, what? Not actually sure what happened there. For some reason, it's adding a left tab stop. Anyway, you're supposed to be able to choose what type of tab stop you want over on this side. I'm not even sure what some of these mean, but this symbol should be a left tab stop. That should be a center. That should be a right. That is if you want to center something on a specific symbol. I don't know what that one is. Anyway, all we'll want to do is set it to center. Put that at 3.25, which is right there. For some reason that looks slightly off to me, but it's probably right. And then we want a left tab stop, and we want to put that there. And you can do the same thing. So I'm not sure if the keyboard shortcuts for insert are the same. Hold on. Don't know what just happened there. Keyboard shortcut for insert is not the same, and for some reason does tab. Yeah, I don't know. You'll have to look up what the keyboard shortcut for insert is in this, but hopefully there is a keyboard shortcut. And yeah, you can do the same thing here where you insert an equation. Nope. And then you type something. So that's sigma, and oh, does this not automatically do LaTeX? I'm sure there's a way to get it to do LaTeX in Microsoft Word. I have not used Microsoft Word in a while. But oh, maybe you can also just center it there. But you can do the same trick in Word with the tab things. It's just a matter of yeah, setting the correct type of tab stop that you want here and then dropping it instead of right-clicking on this area. So hopefully that helps you with writing your lab reports.